Hey folks, Eric here again with another Medieval 2 Total War quick battle. That's a randomly generated battle, if you're not familiar. This is Medieval 2 Total War Crusades, and so it's somewhere in the medieval Middle East that I've been just dropped into this desert. I don't know who I'm fighting, although by the green I'm going to guess that it is probably the Turks. I've got this wonderful army that the computer has assembled for me. Kind of ragtag if you ask me. In fact, look at that. I've got 2 units of peasants, so we all know what to do with them, and that is put them right up front where they can absorb some damage for me. Other than that, looks like I've got a decent contingency of heavy cavalry here. Let's see what that looks like. These look like pretty modern light cavalry. Couple feudal knights and general's cavalry, and then some pretty heavy-duty general's cavalry here. Nothing, I guess, outstanding. I was hoping it was a little bit better when I first looked at it, but we'll make do. I'm probably up against a lot of light cavalry would be my guess, so we'll see how this does. I've got some kind of standard spear infantry here. These armored sergeants are always pretty reliable. I've also got trebuchets, which are powerful, although that's a very long range kind of artillery. Same with these bombards. Their rate of fire is going to be kind of slow, but hopefully I can find a way to use them effectively here before I get swarmed. Let's see, we've got some yeoman archers. I am going to drop them right in front of my bombards because they can plant stakes. So I will plant some stakes there. Even if I abandon that position pretty quick, it should save my artillery from a quick cavalry charge. Let's get some of these heavy billmen, which another pretty decent heavy infantry unit off to the flank there. I'm probably going to play this kind of defensive, looking at it, but I may have to rush forward and take that hill. We'll see. These are early gunmen. And what else have we got? Spear militia and 1 unit of dismounted knights. So let's put our militia on the wings here and take our heaviest infantry and put them well in the back. I'll commit them whenever I have to. Alright, let's see what we're up against. Well, right off the bat, they're not using the hill, which is a good thing for me. Let's get my units firing automatically. And I'm conveniently on this little bit of a rise here, so I am going to let them come to me. Hopefully they'll take the bait. That initial trebuchet shot seemed to be well off base, but in fact, I was aiming at these guys. I'm going to re-target them that way. I don't want them hitting my own troops. And my peasants probably going to be just a slowdown for these guys. But maybe something I can use to kill their momentum. Oh, actually that's missile cavalry. That's not good. Well, yeah, let's just soak up some of that with those archers. They're taking a very measured advance here. Get these trebuchets firing, hopefully. Good hit now would be a great thing. Come on, fire away. Yeah, that is pretty good. Alright, very good actually, hitting their heavy cavalry like that. I think I may be hitting my guys with some friendly fire there. Let's get these bombards moved a little bit further back. I think my archers should get off skirmish mode at this point. And like I said, I am a terrible person, I know, but I'm going to let these peasants absorb the blow so that I can rush in with some better spearmen onto this cavalry. You guys need to not run away. Let's get you shooting at these guys maybe, if you can. And yes, there we go. I'm gonna bring my, oh, my peasants are really running. Bring my billmen around here to hit their heavy infantry. That'll be an interesting fight. I'm gonna bring a unit of cavalry around the side here too, and maybe letting my peasants run away was not the greatest idea in hindsight, because it did kind of leave my whole army open to being demoralized immediately. We will see. We will see. I do have their front line on the ropes a little bit. Start getting my missile units to attack their cavalry and soften them up a little bit. Bring these billmen around here. And commit these cavalry there. These guys are fighting. Let's get them to really get stuck in there. Did bring my knights in here as well. And this heavy infantry not having a great time of it with that cavalry behind them, but we'll relieve them with this general coming in from the side. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, routing them. And these guys will rout pretty shortly here, I think. This flank, not doing so hot though. I've only got militia here. Yeah, that's not great. Heavy cavalry is about to come straight into theirs too. And these guys have now got their flank wide open to arrow fire and spears, which is bad, bad, bad thing for cavalry. These guys all came back. I'm not surprised because they were decent infantry and they just got spooked by the mass rout I had there. These guys, I do not want doing anything too crazy. Let's just have them regroup and hold their ground. Okay, I take it back. Let's have them come in the flank here. Looked like they were about to get broadsided by those guys.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will
This is going pretty well over here. I think I've got that match up. And redirect. Alright, everybody's got to get in there. This general sitting around just literally just taking fire. These guys, we're going to have to brace for that. And I'll come in. These guys never like getting hit from two sides. English knights definitely gonna hold their own against light infantry. Let's put it that way. I gotta fire back at some of these missile cavalry. They are going to be a pain for me to track down if I can't rout them before the battle kind of hits its end stages here. Right. Wow, even some of my peasants came back.
Now we must send his men running back
And that is a good thing. So, what's the last thing we're going to do here? Take my armored sergeants. Let's get them back on the front line. I think these peasants, where did they go? They actually can take a rest. We'll let the trebuchets, I don't even know what to do with them at this point. I'm going to pursue those missile cavalry all the way off the map with that unity cavalry. Let's get these billmen up here. My sergeants only warmed up. Yeah. Let's try to break these guys. Save my billmen who are taking a little bit more casualties than them. Okay. What else have we got here? Demi-lancers. Oh, the missile cavalry realized that they could turn around. Well, we're going to charge anyway and see what happens. And surprise, it turns out that they had artillery back here the whole time. So let us do something about that. This general, not a great spot. We'll see if these lancers can do anything about the cavalry. I actually break them off so I can get a charge in. Come on. This could be it. Yeah, these are archers on their front line at this point, which is not going to do much against these guys. Wow, we're using flaming shot there, which is not great.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
And that's the battle. Looks like breaking that cavalry unit and these archers was the last thing that had to be done. That's game. Presumably. Alright, so what did we do here? I lost less men than them, and I brought a lot more, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. Got a lot more people remaining, which goes without saying, given that I did win the battle. Otherwise, yeah, split it about evenly. So they did get more of my men actually in the full battle, but then I made it up with taking prisoners. Wow, I did lose a lot of prisoners to routing too. If this were a real battle, looks like I would not have had many casualties healed, except these peasants, who did a good job. Anyway, that's the battle.